It's 16 past 12. Good afternoon. Now, I've still got issues with my Apple TV. For some reason, the Apple TV Black, the very first one, right? This guy here, it's a real old. I've actually unplugged it so I can... Well, I haven't fully unplugged it, obviously, but I've taken the power out, so yeah, it's dusty too. This guy, this is what they called the Black, right? Black Edition, number 2. The one after the silver one. So quite a few back. Well, I've had that jailbroken for years, since I think at least 2010. It's been jailbroken, and it accesses my SMB server flawlessly just to play whatever files I've got in there on the Apple TV, on the television. No dramas, no sweat. Last, say, 7 or 8 months, it's just random, not 7 or 8 months, 7 or 8 weeks, it's randomly just been stopping. Like, it'll see the files, but it won't play them. No matter what you do to the share, no matter you change the share on the SMB server, you change the passwords, whatever it is, it still sees them. It just says an error playing this file. And it's not the file type. I've tried multiple files, blah, 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 blah. I don't know what it is, but the workaround I've got is pretty silly. I'll show you what I've done. Let me just turn this light on here. Get that on, give me a bit of light up here. So my laptop here obviously can play any file on this screen. Now I've also got this screen here. Can you see that? I'll just crank up the ISO a bit. I've also got this screen here, which I use on my stream. So that there can, this here can output to that via an HDMI port, which is in here. This is my Belkin Thunderbolt dock, and it's got a whole bunch of ports, as you can see, one of them being an HDMI port, that guy there, this guy second from the end. And so I can send a signal from here to that. So then I thought, well, why don't I run a cable to here? So that's why I've got this HDMI, well, you don't see it now, but it's not plugged in here. I've got a fresh HDMI cable here, and it runs all the way through the back there. And then, this is it here. This is the output. And I just pull this cable out, rip that one out, and plug that one in. And then whatever I play on here, I can send to here. And the benefit of that, there is a benefit here too. I can then use the MacBook Pro to, I can send the audio signal to the HomePods, and therefore you get better sound, because this TV is ancient, right? This is from like 2006. It's crap. These sound way better. The picture looks great because it's a direct HDMI signal across. But the question I've got, I don't want to have to keep ripping this out, right? And I've only got one HDMI port out, so I don't want to have to keep ripping this out. Is there a thing I can buy that splits one HDMI out into 2, and I can just like toggle a switch and go, I want it to go to that one, or I want it to go to this one. That way that can permanently be in here, and that can also be permanently in there. I mean, there has to be, right? There has to be a little switch or something. Yeah, you plug it in, you leave it there, and you flick one to the left or one to the right, whatever you want. Otherwise, I'm going to have to keep ripping that thing out, and I don't like that. I like to make things as simple as possible. This is not the best solution. Maybe I should just buy a new Apple TV as well, right? An upgraded one. That's from so long ago. It needs to be